Do you want to understand what your team's game plan should be in a game, but don't have the game knowledge to know specifically what to make it about or how to implement it in game? Well, something that could help you is the concept of a timer. A timer is a positive advantage that you can count on happening consistently within your games. That is a result of the way you build your team comp. Real quick, the first person that I saw use the timer idea was Pink Puff Pastry in one of her Team Comp Archetypes guides, which I will put the link of the most recent one down in the description of this video. Now, generally, every weapon has its own specific timers that it creates when it's in a game. Now, generally, strong team comps have one main timer idea they're built around, and all the lesser timers that are in there are trying to support said main timer. Now, those main timers, or timer themes, if you will, are generally going to be based on strong aggressive weapons getting kills or forcing people out, or specials paint oriented. Now, beneficial things to you do happen in the game that have nothing to do with the timer you built for, and I'm not saying to not use them. For example, let's take a double midline comp. Let's say it's Pin, S-Blast, V-Slosher, and Furpro. The main timer you're trying to build around is strong main weapon fighting that either gets kills or forces people out. All four of those weapons in comparison to their slot are very good at fighting, but Pin and Furpro still have consistent special and paint timers. They are just more focused on enabling the strong main weapon abilities of the team comp. Also, S-Blast and V-Slosher both actually have very strong specials, it's just they're not going to be as consistent at getting them. So you still will want to play for them sometimes, and you still will want to use them and use them as timers. They will just also be secondary timers that you're not really counting on. As to what the comp's identity is. Really, the lesser timers are for the support of the main timer. Now, diving more specifically into the two main timer themes, either can be as specific a timer as running a specific weapon or special to counter one on the enemy team, and then just going in whenever you get that special or that weapon voids a specific weapon on the enemy team. For example, in the Squidward series, which happened earlier this month at time of writing, the number 2 team was running Leader, and they literally got counterpicked by the enemy team picking a Rattler and zuking the Leader as much as possible, which shows how specific a timer can be. And I want to be clear here because there have been misunderstandings in the Splatoon competitive community because of people not being clear that timers are not a specific measure of time. They are something happening in the game that you should act upon. Now, whether something you didn't plan for happening counts as a timer or not, I honestly don't really know, and I'll leave that up to your choice. Maybe drop a comment on it if you have an idea of what you think it should be. But still, that doesn't mean just because you didn't plan for it that you shouldn't take advantage of it. And also, literally every team comp has several different kinds of timers building to one main timer that is the idea of the team comp. Now, generally, the more timers you can fit in your comp that actually do benefit your main timer, the better. To illustrate what I'm saying here, let's bring back our double midline comp from earlier. Like I said earlier, they all lend themselves well to the main timer of main weapon focused aggressive fighting. But also, all 4 weapons have strong specials, and specifically Pro and Pin can both paint well. If you want to see a video on the roles discussion, and specifically the difference between utility and support, which I think people don't really talk about, then click this video right here.